My name is Cortez with Sherpa Equipment Company. Today I'm going to be showing you how to remove your headliner off your 5th Gen Ford Ranger. To start off this process, we're actually going to have you pop the hood and remove your negative battery terminal. Once your negative battery terminal has been removed, we can hop inside the truck. To start off this process, I'm going to have you remove the door seal. Next step is your A-pillar. I would suggest a pry bar tool, but using your hands does the same thing. You're going to get one hand down in this section up here and then up towards your windshield. Pull straight out. So there's two clips here. There's a little vertical slot in there. If you actually twist this and try to line that end up with the slot, essentially this end is what you're twisting to get out of that vertical slot on both sides. And your whole A-pillar comes out. Next step is going to be the sun visor. There's going to be a little clip up in here. That pops out. There is a T20 up in that one. Moving over to the other side, this is actually a cover. Easiest way to get to that is going to be from the very most front of the vehicle. This can be a little bit more tedious, so just be careful. Slide this out of your way, and there's going to be a 8 mil right here. Okay. And then we're going to unbolt these and remove the visor. So when you go to remove your sun visor, there's going to be a clip here. You can leave this hanging or you can unplug it. It really doesn't matter. We're not going to drop the headliner fully, just enough so where you're able to get your hands in there and get your roof bolts in. Next step to this process, we're going to be moving over to the overhead console. For this, I would suggest a 90-degree pick. Be careful not to hit the headliner. Get your pick underneath your plastic console, pry down. Once you have one edge pried down, you can work it around with your fingers. So when you remove your overhead center, there's going to be a center pin here. That's going to be a push to release. Comes out. Working our way back to the B pillar, we're going to have to remove this seat belt. To remove that, there's going to be a cover right here. I'm using 2 picks. That works the best. Get your picks in between that cover and pull straight out. Next step to taking off your seat belt, there's going to be a T45 Torx bit in here. Going to go ahead and remove that. Next step to removing this, you're actually going to take out your rearmost door seal. So when you go to remove your B-pillar plastic, there's going to be 2 clips in here. Don't be scared. You can kind of yank on these. You're going to have 2 of them, 1 on each side. B-pillar is now off. So moving back a little bit, you're going to have your overhead handle here. There's going to be 2 clips that hold this in place. You can remove these 2 clips. You're going to find a T20 in there as well. You're going to go ahead and remove those, and then we'll work our way back to the C-pillar. So moving back to the C-pillar, you're gonna have a cap on your seat belt. This comes off. There's gonna be another T45 Torx bit in there as well. So once your seat belt's removed, you can actually let this hang here. To remove your C-pillar, same as your B-pillar, get your fingers behind here and just give it a yank. So when removing your C-pillar panel, this can actually be a pain back here. We're actually not going to fully take this out. This is just going to allow you to have more flexibility in this panel to be able to get your hands underneath your headliner. So by removing this clip right here, it gives you more flexibility within this panel to essentially get your hands up there. So when dropping your headliner, this light does not matter, and neither does this speaker in the front. If you're trying to fully remove the headliner and take it out, there will be a clip in here and there will be a clip on your microphone as well. So when moving over to the passenger side, everything is exactly the same as the driver's side, except for this handle here. The way this handle is to be removed is you have two covers, top and bottom. These are rubber, so you need to be a little careful with these ones. Those two caps come off, and it's actually going to be a 6 mil in here. On the passenger side, when you go to remove your A-pillar, it actually does not have the plastic retainers that the driver's side has. So the last step to removing your headliner is in your overhead console. You're going to have two T20 bolts up in here, and that's going to be the last step before the headliner actually drops. Now that the headliner is all taken apart, you now have access to your stock roof bolts in here. Just be mindful not to crease your headliner. Those creases can be a pain to get out. And also don't forget that you have your speaker and your light still intact. So be mindful once again. If you are installing our roof rack on your Ford Ranger, please refer to the video on our website. As far as putting back the headliner, it's pretty much everything is the same, just in reverse order. Thanks for watching.